all you need to know, the Bloomberg Quint podcast that prepares you for the day's business.
Good morning and thanks for listening in. This is the daily morning update from Bloomberg Quint and I'm Alex Matthew. Today is the 10th of November. It's the good news that you've been waiting for since the lockdown was first announced here in India. The COVID-19 vaccine being developed by Pfizer Incorporated and BioNTech prevented more than 90% of symptomatic infections in a study of tens of thousands of volunteers. This is the most encouraging scientific advance so far in the battle against the coronavirus. The preliminary results paved the way for the companies to seek an emergency use authorization from regulators if further research shows that the shot is also safe. Besides this, Novavax Incorporated's experimental COVID-19 vaccine received a fast-track designation from US regulators as the drug maker prepares to launch a large, late-stage study before the end of the month, according to the company. The announcement from Pfizer and BioNTech in particular has propelled equities higher globally. US futures indicated a stellar gain, but that was tempered somewhat on concerns that lawmakers would now pass a smaller stimulus package. The Dow and the S&P 500 rose 3% and 1.2% respectively, while the Nasdaq declined 1.5%. In the Asia-Pacific region at the start of trade today, the three early rises were higher by 0.2 to 1.7% last I checked. Oil prices, meanwhile, rose by the most since June overnight. At one point, Brent futures were higher by over 9%. As of this morning, though, Brent crude had lost some ground and was trading at just under $42 to the barrel. The announcement of the progress made in the vaccine against COVID-19 comes at a time when there is a second wave spreading across the US and Europe. In the US, the number of daily cases was higher by 100,000 for a fourth straight day, bringing the total close to 10 million. Germany has more severe patients than at any other point since the pandemic began. The Indian government has completed auctioning 19 coal mines to private companies for commercial use in a first attempt at ending state monopoly in the sector. It is a move that reflects the government's keenness to reduce imports of the fuel. Companies including Adani Enterprises, Hindalco Industries and Vedanta have emerged winners for mines that are expected to have a combined peak output of 51 million tons a year, according to the Coal Ministry. The Competition Commission of India has found prima facie merit in allegations made earlier this year that Google is abusing its dominant position in the UPI payments market. The competition watchdog has also found pre-installation and prominence of Google Pay on Android smartphones problematic. It has directed its investigation wing to examine Google's conduct in both these markets within 60 days. You'll find more details on the complaint that drew the CCI's attention in the story on the website bloombergquint.com. You'll find more details on the complaint that drew the CCI's attention in the story on the website bloombergquint.com. And finally, in corporate news, it's good news for borrowers with loans from HDFC. The company has reduced its retail prime lending rate on housing loans, on which its adjustable rate home loans are benchmarked by 10 basis points with effect from today. The change is applicable to all existing HDFC retail home loan customers as well. And with that, it's over to Hormuz Fatakia for the trade setup for the day in India. Morning, Hormuz. Quite the exciting day today. How are we looking at the start?
Good morning to you, Alex, and to those tuned in as well. It was a day of records on Dalal Street on Monday. A record high for the Nifty, a record high for the Sensex, and 6 Nifty constituents ending at a 52-week high. The Nifty Bank, although 5,000 points away from its own record high, has gained over 3,500 points during the 6-day gaining streak. And the record-winning run may just continue for the 7th day as well. Early ticks on the SGX Nifty show that the index is trading higher by 150 points above the mark of 12,600. So there's no stopping the bulls just as yet. The specific stocks now, and I'll start with the non-earnings names today. Tata Steel has signed an MOU to procure their complete domestic zinc requirements from Hindustan Zinc. The undertaking accounts for around 45 kilotons of zinc and other value-added metals. Hindustan Zinc will cater to demands from both Tata Steel as well as Tata Steel BSL under the agreement. Inox Leisure has launched a QIP on Monday. The floor price of 263 rupees a share is a 1.5% discount to Monday's closing price. The panel will consider closure of the QIP and other modalities on or after November 12. Dalmia Bharat Sugar and Industries is the next one that I want to highlight. Not the cement player, but the sugar company. The company will expand its overall cane crushing capacity by approximately 5,000 tons of cane per day, or TCD. It will also increase its distillery production to 15 crore litres from the current 8 crore litres over the next 2 to 3 years. The cost for this expansion is pegged at 412 crore rupees and will be funded through a mixture of debt and internal accruals. HFCL has received an order worth 678 crores from Larsen & Toubro's Smart World and Communications division for the supply of IT equipment, software solutions and other associated equipment. The project is expected to be completed by April 2022. We at Bloomberg Quint had done a story on Monday about Divi's Laboratories hitting a record high after a slew of upgrades post its second quarter results. And HSBC is the latest to join the list of brokerages upgrading the stock. It has upgraded its rating to buy from hold and has raised its price target to 4,045 rupees from the earlier 2,865 rupees. Tire stocks will be in focus today after the Ministry of Finance extended the anti-dumping duty on carbon black imported from Russia and China until the 31st of December. But watch out for Balkrishna Industries in particular, owing to the company's backward integration. The stock had closed at a record high on Monday. And also watch for Apollo Pipes as Samit Vartak's Sage One Investment Advisors acquired 0.5% stake in the company at 597 rupees a share. On to earnings now. JK Cement's revenue and profit along with its operational parameters were well above consensus estimates. This despite power and fuel costs and freight and forwarding costs being significantly higher as compared to the previous year. The company also had to incur higher tax expenses as compared to last year. The company reported its highest ever EBITDA per ton of 1,461 rupees for the quarter. Oil India's net profit was impacted due to an exceptional loss of over 130 crore rupees due to the blowout at one of its wells in Assam. Now, despite the decline year on year, the operating parameters were ahead of consensus estimates. Nifty earnings returned today with GAIL, Hindalco and Mahindra reporting numbers today. Broader market names like Aarti Industries, Bata, Exide Industries, Motherson Sumi, NMDC, Raymond, Wrights, TTK Prestige, Tata Power, the list is a very long one, and these are some of the names that will be reporting today. It'll be interesting to see where the markets move from here as they have now entered uncharted territory. We will bring you all the updates starting 9:15 a.m. So stay logged in to BloombergQuint.com. With that, I wish you a safe day ahead, and it's back to you, Alex.
Thanks, Hormuz. And as always, thank you all for listening in. That's all we have for you on this podcast, but as always, there's a lot more on the website, BloombergQuint.com, so don't forget to check it out. This is Alex Matthews signing off. Have a great day.
I hope you enjoyed listening to All You Need to Know. Did you know that you could listen to the show on the IVM Podcast app? On the IVM Podcast app, along with this, we have a number of other shows which you think you'll enjoy. Listen to Cyrus Says with Cyrus Brocha as the host. Listen to Paisa Vaisa with Anupam Gupta. The Scene and the Unseen with Amit Verma. Or Shunya One hosted by Shiladitya Mukhopadhyay and myself. Check out the IVM Podcast app to get more talk content that you will enjoy.